discusses gender and sexuality, marginalized voices, and women empowerment. Lacey's work also focuses on soaking up and sharing the hope and magic that exists all around us every day. She writes because it hurts not to, and greets life with a high five, a pin, and a key that unlocks the bottom of the ocean. Really, it does. She also gives the most incredible hugs ever. Give it up for Lacey Roop!
All the way up, you know what I mean? Who wants to fuck up tonight? If you're feeling yourself, let me hear you say hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
If you're not feeling yourself enough, y'all. Where my queer people at? Where my straight allies at? I was thinking it was just gonna be a little bit lackluster, but you guys are doing something right, you know? Yeah. So, true story, the first Pride I ever attended was kind of by an accident. And you won't believe where it was because it was San Francisco. And you have to ask yourself, how the fuck do you accidentally stumble into the San Francisco Pride Parade? And the answer is because I was 18 and was a shitty driver. Yeah. I say that because you guys had Pride last Saturday, yeah? Yeah. So this first poem is like a nostalgia piece where I was kind of like thinking about that first Pride that I had, and not only that, but how I was so like young, but I guess naive, but there's something about naivete that lets you be hopeful for like an endless possible, you know? Like, have you ever felt that? Where you just felt like you weren't bound by anything, and it's such a beautiful feeling. So without further ado, here's the poem. That time we said fuck it and decided to take a knife to the night and carve our dreams into the sky. We caught the stars as they fell as we coughed our insides out, dancing midnight into the moon's rise. It was all blue burst and burning, a magnetic marvel we were, with all that howl in our skin, with all that glow in our bones. The stars did squint when they saw us coming. And within that moment was when we didn't have a beginning or an end, just the becoming. The way we watched our skin unravel at the seams, took the streets and hazed the city in our happiness. Every lamplight glittered with lightning bugs, the men kissed on corners, women's skirts put up with consent for each other's thighs, the collarbone lips to hips. We rolled a joint in the Mission, smoked it on a curve in the Castro. The scent of piss laced with glitter littered the air, but the fumes of bourbon in our flasks cut the stench, and we laughed and laughed about everything back then. As we watched our feet fall from under us, the entire world removed from gravity. I said, I'd give anything for a typewriter or a pen right now, and you said, I need 6 strings to strum this thing out. So away we went to see what kind of art we could howl out. The typewriter became a cracked up chorus with its striped with keys. Your guitar looked like an open throat. The sounds we made were as simple as water, a 3 AM cleansing. I couldn't tell if I was more high on art or on the pot, but that did not matter. An orange tree grew in your backyard. I picked the fruit, and as I peeled, I imagined the sun was dripping down my fingers. Oh, San Francisco, you haven for the outcast and the artist. The way you let the queer kids wear your halo, the cradle for the cracked. You say, just because you come in 1,000 pieces does not make you broken. We are all here for something, you say. So a praise to the night and to the early morning. A praise to the stranger at the coffee shop who took me in and how we made art from dusk to dawn. A praise to the becoming. A praise to a random night in the city that said welcome. Yes, you are welcomed here, just the way you are. Thank you. So that was don't know, maybe like 12 years ago when I went to San Francisco, I figured a lot has changed and I could never afford to go back. But anyway, yeah, so when I'm not touring around the country, I pick up bartending shifts back in Austin. And I work in an area of town that is quite possibly one of the most like horrendous and dangerous areas of Austin. And when I say that, I mean that the majority clientele are very wealthy white people, which is what makes it so damn dangerous, you know? I'm like, shit, you know, like what is going on? But, and with that comes like a lot of like entitlement sometimes, you know? I feel like, you know, like the most insulting thing I can say to someone that's a dickhead is literally like, dude, you got a scrotum face, right? It's kind of funny, right? I don't know. But anyway, there are some cool people sometimes that I meet, but not often. But there was this one encounter that I had with this dude, and it will stay with me forever. So this is a poem about that encounter. It's a new poem, so you can finish it. He stares at me as if I'm something to be beaten, tied up, prized, or shamed. By the question mark in his eyebrows, I can't tell if he'd rather hunt me like a deer just to hang on his wall or shoot me and let the vultures do what they want with my body. I stare back. I notice his mouth is more bullwhip than bite, and I was born with 4 sets of teeth, brah. I ain't afraid to rip through the flesh and spit out the bone if that is what it takes to save my body. Over a pint of beer I poured him, he finally leans over the bar top and asks, "So what are you, anyway?" Knowing what he meant and too tired and unimpressed with his complete existence, I haphazardly respond, "Gender bender," to which he replies in a way that sincerely took me by surprise by saying, "So you're like, magic?" Out of all the people on this planet, I had no idea that this guy would have been one of the ones who said one of the most illuminating things to me. "Yes," I exclaimed, "you are correct. My gender is magic." Because how could it not? The fluidity of gender and sexuality is a magic to behold. The body and all its perplexities praiseworthy. Miraculous be the reclamation and resurrection of self, to finally feel so comfortable in your own skin that you claim your shadow too. Wear it like lipstick or a suit or a little bit of both. Don't apologize for the way your body moves, for how alive your hips feel in the clothes you were taught not to wear. To be seen as a woman, but wear men's boxer briefs better than most do. To be seen as a man but dance in a way that would make Beyonce proud. Did you know that clownfish can change their genders too? That the female African batbug appears more male-like than the actual males do when it comes to parenting? The bearded dragon lizard dad actually makes a better mom. Hawkfish are bidirectional, meaning they can change their sex as many times as they like. Male seahorses get pregnant, and with hyenas, not only are females the leaders of the pack, but that their clitorises are larger than erect male penises. How fucking cool is that? That's way cooler than that. You guys gotta make some noise for large clitorises. That we all live in the same wild kingdom. That we all possess a body that is riddled with magic. I don't know why some have a hard time understanding how necessary and natural shape-shifting is for some of us. How it's never been about hiding a body, but unearthing it. How I am more boy than man and no woman at all. That just because I have a vagina doesn't mean that my balls aren't huge. This body is mine. In the same way that your body is yours, and I can exist in mine any way that I want. And if that is a threat to you, sir, well then I guess my dick really is bigger than yours. Yeah.
All right, a lot of hosts will call this the awkward part of the evening where we pass around the bucket for the poet. That's bullshit, okay? This is not awkward. This is not the Jesus basket where you're not sure where the money's going because I talk about a building fund for like 15 years. This is to pay the poet, okay? This is to help pay it. She came down here from Austin, okay, and we want to make sure she gets at least enough love to get home.
Give it up for your host tonight.
Yeah!
Give it up to your bartenders.
Woo!
And give it up to the other poets. It takes a lot of guts to get up here.
Yeah!
So I was in the HEB as one is, like, I don't know, 4 times a week it seems like.
Yes! Yes!
And, you know, I was in line, so I had some time to, like, ponder, and part of what I pondered was the magazines. And, you know, it's just like a cacophony of Cosmos, you know? And Cosmo's always been a really interesting magazine because I think it's, like, been in existence for, like, 50 years, and it's just, like, a regurgitation of the same thing with, like, different colored backgrounds, you know? Like, how can you stay in business saying the same shit over and over again? But then I think about Fox News and the answer's there. So anyway, so you know, the covers always say something like, you know, 7 things to eat that will make your sweat smell like strawberries. That doesn't fucking exist. Even if all you ate was strawberries, your shit's still gonna stink, you know? Or like 14 ways to make him go crazy. Nah. So I was so curious, I went home and I was like, I wonder like what are the best Cosmo sex tapes of all time. So this is a working poem. So the first is the actual like legit printed sex tape that's like trying to tell people how to have sex. You'll get to know that you're doing it wrong. And then the second part is like the poem. Like I said, it's working, so we're gonna figure this shit out, okay?
New shit!
Number 1. Spice things up in the kitchen by surprising your man by cooking topless and smearing tomato sauce on your nipples. Ebony Stewart is gonna side eye on that. She was like, no, that's not how it's done at all. I used to teach sex ed and it's definitely not how it's done. If I came home to find my wife's nipples dripping with red, I'd rush to find the Band-Aids, grab gauze and Neosporin, gently clean her chest with a warm, damp towel, take her temperature and ask, what the hell happened? Explain that she doesn't need to smear tomato sauce on her nipples for me to find her sexy, for me to want to put the 2 pink planets of her in my mouth, for me to come to her hungry, salivating for the salt in her already perfect skin. Number 2. As you're eating dinner together, say something X-rated, like, see how I'm devouring this piece of meat? That's how I'm gonna devour you later. That is never how you go down on anyone, regardless of who you go down on. Regardless if you're going down from the front or the back or flipping it all around. A steak knife should never, ever be involved. Yeah? Poem. You could say that while you stab and cut through sinew. Eat the meat medium rare, the smallest dot of pink blood juice in the corner of your mouth, the flesh of a once living thing now thrashing between your masticating teeth, you chewing and chewing just to get it down, swallow the whole carcass piece by piece. You could look at a body like that, something to be consumed instead of enjoyed. Sometimes that happens, wanting to greedily eat a body, to be a little boy slamming his fist at the dinner table, wanting his plate now and hot. I suppose it could be sexy, imagining a sandwich between other people's legs. But I'd rather pretend you are a bottle of wine, a slow intoxication, a red or white liquid I drink to the last drop, not having to chew before I swallow. Woo! So like I said, I read at a lot of college universities, and they get so uncomfortable when I read poems like that. I can't tell if they're blushing or like think that I'm some like crazy, like, I don't know. I think that poem's fun to do. Did you guys enjoy that poem?
Yeah!
How am I doing on time? time? I got like 1, 2, what's the?
Keep going.
Let's keep going. All right. I like when that's said. I got it. Okay, I got a question for you guys. I have a poem called, this is a full audience. This is an older poem. It's called An Open Letter to Those Who Kiss Girls. That's one option, okay? And then there is a newer one that I wrote for one of my very, very best friends who got married to her partner, I guess about almost a year ago. So, I'm gonna need you to make some noise for, if you wanna hear the Kissing Girls one. And you wanna hear the brand new wedding poem one. I think that was Kissing Girls one, right?
I think it was both. Agreed. Do both.
So yeah, this is an open letter to those who kiss girls. When a girl says kiss me, be careful. She may not know what she's asking. She may not know what she wants. Some girls never do. Ask her what she wants. Assure her there are no wrong answers. If she says she needs time, then give her all your clocks. If it's space she wants, construct her a rocket, send her there. Mean what you say. Girls do not like to be lied to. Mean what you say. Kiss her, but don't expect anything. Above all else, girls disdain expectations. Do not discard her as just another one, or mistake her as a wonder carved from the skin of the moon. Girls are special, not unique. Their hair and hide, teeth, thumb, bone, brain, wondrous vessels of hellos and heartbeats, goodbyes and gums. Their bodies shaped like cellos or pears, as unpredictable and powerful as wind or waves. Understand what I mean when I say welcome her crash with caution. Tell her you appreciate her entirety, even the rust. Build her a castle with the dust you swept under the rug. Undress her ghost. Tell her her ghouls are gorgeous. Palm her phantoms. Do not treat her like a problem to solve. You, my friend, are not that advanced. She is not a book to be read and placed back on the shelf, a magazine to thumb through, a letter to be opened and sent out, some cheap 44-cent stamp. She is not an equation. Do not treat her like a number. Pull her close, follow her breath, study it, listen. Kiss her like rain, kiss her like spark, kiss her like whisper. Go slow, let her hips guide you. Feel her meaningful thrust, gentle, move, like you're giving something back instead of taking something from her. Never make her feel like she is an accident. Even if you hate her, do not hate her. Accept her misunderstood, understand her uncomfortable, love her awkward, adore her whole, respect her being, embrace her difficult color, her complexity, caress her chaos, hold her honest, take her broken and lick it perfect. Let her know that she's always been a jaw dropper, but do not put her on a pedestal. You may like her too much to hurt herself if she were to fall. For when a girl says kiss me, it is best to be careful. She may not know what she's asking, and you may not anticipate the haunting she could become when she just doesn't want you anymore. Thank you. So I think that we have this is kind of like a tie-in to the Cosmo poem and to the last poem, previous poem I just read. I think that we have a responsibility to ourselves as a culture, as a country, to really take the communication of sex seriously. Because when you don't, then you really increase in horrific statistics the propensity for rape culture to exist. And not only to exist, but to thrive. I mean, the United States is literally considered one of the top 10 most dangerous places for a woman to exist. You know, think about that. That is horrifying. It shouldn't happen. And I think that the reason, one of the reasons, there's probably several, but one of the reasons is that we don't talk about our bodies the way that we should, and our institutions like to govern things that they don't understand. And we have pop culture like Cosmo and what other teen magazines that there are that give sex tips about going down on someone like they're eating a steak, you know? It's funny, but it's also like fucking sad and dangerous, literally, you know? Like, knives are involved and shit, but on that note, so, I'm kind of breaking the rule when it comes to feature sets, or so I think so. Usually there's a feature set, you're bringing all your like, oh, like this scores 10, this scores 10, 30, you know, da 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 da. But I want to do something new and real with you guys because you're Houston, fucking Texas. Yeah. And you don't fuck around with phony shit, right? So I might as well just be real with you from the get-go. So I'm gonna wrap it up. Can I do one more after this? Is that cool with you guys? Okay, one more after this, and I'll get on with it. But it just goes on to the note of absurdity, and this is called absurdity. And these are actual, what I'm about to read you are actual things that exist in laws across the country. Okay, these are some of my favorite though, okay? Some of my favorite absurd laws. In Minnesota, getting a back massage after 11 p.m. will get you a misdemeanor. Sex toys are illegal in the state of Nevada. At least in Texas, you are allotted up to 6 dildos. Just 6 of them. But after that, you may be fined. In New Jersey, it is illegal to wear a bulletproof vest while committing a murder. Wyoming, you can't sell junk to a drunk. In Alabama, fake mustaches are forbidden to wear in church, but you could bring a gun to one. You could wear a vest. You can't sell junk to a drunk, but you could sell a gun to one. No back massages after 11, sir, but you could find a place to target practice. I hear clubs and casinos are open late. Texas, you can carry in the wide open. Take your weapon to class. Nevada's Attorney General says enforcing background checks is impossible, while dedicating an enforcement team to snatching up vibrators and fleshlights in Texas. We got a cap on cocks. We'll hold the door open for you at the gun show. Buy as many as you like and check them in at the airport. You might not be able to get on the plane if you're on the no-fly list, but your guns can fly. Priority. Our president says this isn't about guns, but about mental health. In the same breath, he overturned the Affordable Care Act. Our politicians want to police bathrooms, but not ammunition. They say the government has no right to your weapons, but putting into law restrictions on women and their bodies. Rule America screams Second Amendment while trying to silence anyone who disagrees with them. They're first. Absurd. It's not fake mustaches or sex toys. Absurd is our addiction to violence, our thirst for power and control. It is not insane to demand that bump stocks and militarized weaponry be illegal. No one wants to take away all your guns. You can keep your pistol in your purse, man. You can have your rifle. You can shoot the deer, but you can't hunt people. As a nation, we shouldn't normalize guns to the point where they're brought everywhere, to the school, the church, the casino, the concert, the football fields. I'm familiar with the argument that guns don't kill people. People kill people, but a bullet can do more harm than a fist. If we put expiration dates on food so people won't get sick, if we ticket people for speeding and not wearing their seatbelts, not only for their safety, but for ours, if we find bars for selling alcohol to minors and put warning stickers on cigarettes, then we are more than capable to make sure weapons of war are not put in the wrong hands. Until something changes, we are all just walking bullseyes, each death a dollar sign. Our caskets will cost more than the weapon that killed us did. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for sticking around. I really hate ending my sets on a wanted to counteract that. But I felt it was important to do something about just like our current climate. But anyway, I'll be selling merch right over there. You can come and buy it, say hi, hugs, five fives.
How much is your merch?
15.
15.
Only $15? You can't afford not to buy it!
There's a suitcase I keep in my sternum. One night when I was loading my heart contents, packing up myself up more times than I cared to admit, I stopped myself mid-zipper at the breastplate and asked, how many more places do you have to go before you realize the only thing running gets you is tired? 18 countries, 4 cartons of smokes, and a trash can full of filthy hangovers and painful goodbyes later, I realized that you can leave from many places, but you cannot leave yourself. I'm still learning this. I've woken up many mornings bruised and broken from fist fighting with my own shadow over things I can't control and shit I don't really want to, or I don't believe we hate ourselves. It's just that it's hard to determine the parameters of how much we love. Before Ophelia took a nosedive to see what was swimming at the bottom of a wishing well, she said, we know who we are, but not who we may be. There are things we know by feeling, and there are things we know by thought. I know that a blue well has the size of a Volkswagen van, a heart so big one can build a home in, yet we still kill it for its skin. I know that even Egyptians slept on pillows made of stone. They still dreamt the pyramids and built them when they woke up. I know Basquiat slept in gutters just to feel closer to the rain, and that water isn't always needed for things to grow. Some things thrive in shade. I know that the only direction you have to go is everywhere, and the chances of getting lost are slim, that bad things can happen no matter where you are. So can good. We should all learn to be a little more aware that we can't hold it all no matter how hard we try. That the strongest muscles aren't used for staying, but saying goodbye. It's taking the broken and building it into something even a wrecking ball can't crumble. Tell me how it came to be that perfection is a lie that too many people have died believing in. When the most beautiful things I have seen have always been the flawed. It's the stuff that doesn't make sense that can be the most intriguing. How a word can hit you so hard that even your arm hairs start to stutter. Or the last I love you hear and the dying breath of your mother. Think it is natural for us to be a little afraid of some things, but the trick is to not let whatever it is hold you back from becoming what it is that you could become. We should all strive to be box breakers, never afraid to rise. Even if what's holding you back is something inside of yourself, don't let your own shadow be the thing that strangles how bright that you can shine.
Not rules, okay, suggestions or things that you really should do. Clean up after yourselves, all right? This is, you know, your mama says when you go places, don't embarrass